We're talking college sports in the Deep South, where college football is king and the battle cry is War Eagle. We would like to believe that the SEC conference is one of the more powerful conferences in all of college football. Great recruiting classes out of the SEC. We want to say the SEC West, arguably one of the more competitive sub-conferences in college football as well. Fearless and true gang, let's get this comment section active here on a beautiful Tuesday morning. War Eagle. Under the Gus Malzahn era, Auburn has somewhat enjoyed some decent recruiting classes. Probably, if you look at the overall picture, averaging about a number 9 to 10 ranking under Gus Malzahn. Now that's kind of detracted over the last couple of years, as in 2018 having the number 12 class, and this particular year having the number 11 class, including an epic flip from George Pickens to Georgia. One of the things I thought about is if Auburn is going to continue to have success on the football field, recruiting has to upgrade to some degree. You have to be able to keep guys like George Pickens and some of the more high-end recruits that are coming out. So what are some of the ways that Auburn can improve recruiting? Because recruiting is all about selling your program. Number one, Gus Malzahn has to solidify the culture, basically, of the Auburn football team. Because for the past few years, let's just say, for example, if you look at them on offense, you just never know what you're going to get, because you have differences in philosophies and things of that nature. And when you're a recruit looking at a team, especially if you're a receiver or a running back or something of that nature, you just don't know where you fit in this particular scheme. So having that continuity is what's going to help philosophy-wise. That's why they've been able to pretty much get great players on defense here lately, because the players understand what they're going to be asked to do. But if you look at Auburn on offense, say in 2018, it just looks confusing. It looks aggravating. The players look, out of sync. And that's not something that's going to attract recruits. So now that Gus Malzahn is back calling plays, we think this will help out. At least, there will be a general expectation. They can see on the field what they're going to be expected to do before they arrive on campus. Number two, one of the things I think Auburn has to improve on is player development and getting players into the league without them having to have these, phenomenal pro days, have to run an ungodly 40 time to get into the league. They're going to have some first round picks here real soon, okay? Because the University of Alabama, since Gus Malzahn in the last 10 years have had over 20 first round picks. Auburn has only had 4. That's not necessarily an encouraging stat for the Auburn Tigers, okay? That's something that I think Auburn can improve on this year, because I believe that Derek Brown will be a first-round pick. Probably have a couple of others, depending on how the season goes. It would be nice to have a first-round pick on offense, especially at the skill position on offense. But, you just never know. All right, and last but not least, one of the ways that, Auburn will or needs to improve out on the recruiting trail is really understand, don't do like Georgia. Understand what you really want and what you need in players instead of worrying about what star they are. Okay, now sometimes, obviously the 5 stars do translate into great football players in college. However, recruit for what you need. And I think Auburn did a great job of that this past recruiting year. I think, you just got to get a little bit more solidarity on the offensive line, because the games are obviously won in the trenches. But I really think this year will be key as to how this recruiting class goes. A lot of people are panicking because guys are decommitting, but see, that's all a part of the program. There are guys who commit, decommit, just can't make up their mind. It's a crucial decision for them, okay? But like I said before, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Share your thoughts as to where you think Auburn is recruiting-wise and some of the things you think need to happen for Auburn to improve their perception in the country recruiting-wise. So Auburn can begin to continue to have elite athletes come to Auburn University. Once again, it's K2 the GOAT for Vernon Speak Sports. We're talking Auburn football like nobody's business. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, guys, War Eagle.